So, I made a very specific point many times in my Why I Left BuzzFeed video that BuzzFeed is a pretty good place to work, especially if you're still starting out as a content creator, as someone who's just looking to get into new media. In fact, I've actually given advice to quite a few people who want to get hired, and I want to continue to help my friends get into BuzzFeed if that's what they want to do with their career. BuzzFeed has a really wide audience, and I think it's a great place to help other people of color, LGBT people, to have their career flourish. Again, I just think that it's important to not go into any company thinking that this is the one true company that it's your destiny to believe in and that your life is meaningless if you don't get into it, that your life will somehow get so much better once you get into this really big well-known company. To a degree, that's true, because if there's a company that pays you really well, then like obviously your life will be better because you can buy more things. I'm definitely not above that thinking. But sorry, I digress. So here's the story about how I got into BuzzFeed. So, to the surprise of a lot of people, I did not study film or video production in college at all. You know, I was not part of like the media team or like the news team. I think it was called Cal TV in UC Berkeley. I think the closest thing that you could study at Berkeley was like media studies. They had a film program, but I heard that it wasn't like that great. But yeah, I did not take one class of film. All I studied was EECS, electrical engineering, computer science. So the theater club that I credit a lot of like my career path with, Theater Rice, did film sometimes as like acts, but I never really had a chance to produce my own stuff, even with Theater Club. Theater Rice did indirectly help me with video though. I'd always loved watching YouTube, and I remember, I think the first YouTube video that I watched was like a fan made Kingdom Hearts MV, and I realized that on top of watching anime music videos that you could also find Asian American YouTubers, people who looked like me, people who were dominating the YouTube space, not just Asian Americans but also Asian Australians like Natalie Tran, and of course there was Wong Fu, Michelle Phan, Superwoman, Kev Jumba. Now granted, YouTube has a lot of fucking problems right now, ones that are affecting me, but it was a really beautiful time where I unknowingly built my self-confidence based off of all of the awesome people that I was watching on YouTube that I would not otherwise be able to watch in regular media like film or TV. And I'd always wanted to make YouTube videos just to see what it's like. And the creative development and confidence that I got from being with the talented people and accepting people in Theater Club, it finally helped me get the inspiration to start this YouTube channel during my senior year at UC Berkeley, the one that you're watching right now, this one right here. Okay, so you can go back and look at my old videos because they're still there. I'm not gonna tell you to not watch them because I'm still proud of them. They're just, you know, really old. I was still learning back then. But be warned that it was on a camcorder, a Panasonic camcorder, not a DSLR. Like the lighting is not good. I was using desk lamps to light everything. My mic was like all right. Be warned. I'm still proud of them because I was still starting out and I still thought that I did a pretty good job, but still be warned. Right from the get-go, I knew that it was important to make one video a week. So I first edited on Windows Movie Maker, which is what I used to edit all of like my skits when I was in Chinese school. I don't know who else has taken like a language class before, but like, you know how you have to like film skits and stuff? I would use Movie Maker to edit all of those skits. Yeah. And then I remember on Amazon there was like a sale for Sony Vegas. That's also a video editing software, which apparently most film people don't even fucking know about, which I think is really funny. Then my film nerd friends from Theater Club told me that I can't live like that and showed me the wonderful world of Adobe Premiere. And they taught me how to light my room with my desk lamps. And I was not expecting anything out of my YouTube channel. I was purely doing it for fun. Like, I very quickly realized that you can't grow as fast as the way that the OGs grew, which obviously makes sense, but like, you don't really like get it until you start actually trying it. It's so hard to get noticed when you first start out, obviously, especially when the field is so saturated now. But I kept doing it just because I liked it. It felt really good to do, especially after I graduated and I had no job lined up because I decided I didn't want to code for the rest of my life. I decided I didn't want to make money. And my mom was so worried about me. I'm sure you can imagine. And there was a lot of tension in the house, a lot of tension. At the time, I was still trying to get into the industry by acting and going to auditions, like from Irvine, so I'd have to always like drive an hour up to LA. It was not a good life to live. I remember I was looking for retail jobs or like admin work just to get out of the house and to save money to move to LA, but nothing was panning out. Then, when my friend from Berkeley, who was also looking to move to LA, she still hasn't moved to LA, but it's fine. She's living her own life. She showed me a listing for a front desk job at BuzzFeed. And I was in a pretty desperate place. Like, it's been like 3 months. Nothing was really happening for me. So I was like, all right, fine, I'll apply. If I get this job, at least maybe I'll have an excuse to move to LA. And as I was applying, I also noticed the positions for video intern. Along with being desperate, I also had no fucks to give from all the rejections I got from applying to retail and admin work. And I know that I have been told by my college career counselors that you should commit to one position when you're applying to a place. Don't apply to multiple positions because it makes it look like you don't really know what you want to be doing. Like, it just makes you sound really wishy-washy, but that's what I did. That's just how defeated I felt when I was applying for that job. And it turns out that a few days later, I got an email from BuzzFeed's recruiter saying that they wanted to interview me for the video internship position. The video intern position, not the front desk. Video intern. I was so floored. Man, I remember wanting this job so fucking badly. I asked my friend from college to practice interview with me 2 times, I think, and I remember that really helping me, like, just feel prepared and more calm when people were asking me questions. And my friend actually happened to have asked me quite a few of the same questions that were on the actual interview. Questions like, what YouTube videos are your favorite? What YouTubers do you listen to? What kinds of videos do you see are missing at BuzzFeed? Yeah, so I really owe my friend for that. Thanks, Charlie. Essentially, because I had regularly made content, even though it was like a little bit low quality, I had tangible proof that I had an understanding of the YouTube environment and how to edit basic videos on Premiere. So in a nutshell, I was able to essentially use this channel as a portfolio for myself, even though I never planned that when I first started it out. It's kind of weird thinking about how much I've been through with this channel. Something I did just because it fulfilled me got me a job where I never dreamed would even be possible. So suffice to say, I got the internship. I screamed my head off right after they called me and I hung up on them. And the rest is history, I guess. So that's what happened. The biggest piece of advice I hope that you get from this story is that you need to practice your craft and show that you have the initiative to learn how to make content by yourself. Don't worry about having nice equipment or being good at videos. Just start, which is something that every YouTuber says when they are asked how to break into YouTube. But there is so much meaning behind those 2 words, just start. You think anybody starts out being good at video and having the best equipment out there? Hell no. People who think like that totally have it backwards. You start with just making videos with what you have, and you slowly get better cameras, better lights, better sound as you get better. Unless you're rich, then by all means start with really nice equipment. But yeah, I really hope that this was helpful to you if you are looking to break into video production, and I genuinely wish you the best and hope you will never let anyone tell you that your dreams or interests are dumb, because if I listened to those people, I would definitely not be where I am right now. Not that where I am right now is like anything to like marvel at, but it's definitely better than I thought I would get. So that has to be something good, right? Man, I feel all sentimental and shit now. So thanks so much for listening to me. I love and appreciate you as always. And also, as always, remember that this video is brought to you with the loving support of all of my patrons on Patreon. So please consider being a patron if you like the content that I do and if you want to support me. If you can't support me on all my social media, thanks so much. I'll see you next week, okay? Bye! Also, I just wanted to say big thanks to Carlos Fariñas for editing this video for me, because I'm actually in the middle of doing something with NBC right now. He's editing this video for me, so please show him some love also, and check out his channel in the description below. Thanks so much, guys. Bye!